Hello, online crew. How's everyone doing today? We're going to talk about the difference between organic reach and organic growth today. So what is the difference between the two? Which one is more important? And how do you achieve both of them? So we'll have a little bit about that today. But firstly, before we get into the content, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude for those of you, and I know there's some of you watching that were on my live yesterday and have donated to the GoFundMe page for Tim and Becky Graff. If you're not sure what I'm referring to, just go back and watch yesterday's live of mine here on my page. But the outpouring from people around the world is absolutely amazing. The original goal was to raise 20,000 for them, then got there pretty quickly. Then they upped the goal to 40,000, got there pretty quickly. And so the new goal is 80,000. And I think they'll probably exceed that as well. So around the world, they've raised to date $62,000 for Tim and Becky, which is just amazing. I mean, they're not going to be working for a long time, I wouldn't imagine. So it's just going to be really, really helpful, to them to have some funds behind them to not worry about certain things. But massive, massive, massive thank you for those that contributed, whether it was $5 or $15, to those that did. Those of you, as I said, that don't know anything about it, please go back to yesterday's live, and I do have the link on my personal Facebook page as well. It's not even been 48 hours. What was it? I don't think I shared this yesterday. I got up early hours of the morning. I was meant to be doing a training at 2:30 in the morning, not last night, the night before. So I got up, I got dressed, I got ready. I was about to do the training and I checked my phone for messages and I had a message saying, "Sorry for the late notice, Helen, but we're cancelling the training because we're going to go public to the community and announce the GoFundMe page." So that wasn't even 48 hours ago. So I just went back to bed. Wish I'd checked my phone before I got myself up and ready, but, that's just small fry in the scheme of things. But, 62,000 in what, it's only, it's not even, well, it won't even be 48 hours and yeah, I don't know. 32 hours or something like that, like absolutely incredible. So thank you, massive, massive thank you. I know a lot of you, when you heard that story, were deeply affected by that, like that. Those of you that are parents, like I am, my boys are a little bit older than Becky and Tim's girls, but I just can't fathom it. And to be honest, as a human being, knowing Becky, working with Becky, I'm scattered. I don't feel like I'm focused as I normally am. I was up late last night, fascinated by flash flooding in Utah. I was on YouTube probably for about 45 minutes just researching how do these flash floods happen in Utah. It's really, really, I guess it just puts into perspective. I don't know how you guys process things like this. But it's like, when something like that happens, it brings to the forefront what's important in the world and what's not important. I just can't stop thinking about it. And it's really, really distracting me. I'm not being very productive, and it's not because I'm not trying. I'm staring at my work and I'm thinking about other things. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. So it's just a weird feeling. I just don't feel productive. I don't know. I'm just sharing with you how I'm feeling at the moment. But thank you. Amazing, amazing stuff to those that contributed. I just can't imagine what their life is going to be like without their girls moving forward. Now, for those of you that now have to try to get my head back in the game, for those of you that we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. Normally, a little bit more on point than I am today for the last couple of days. But we have the most amazing online crew community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, those in direct selling, MLM, network marketing, and we're learning to leverage social media with modern strategies to build our business online. So our goal is to attract people to us to build our business rather than, chasing people or hunting people down to be interested in what we've got to offer. So we sort of talk about all things, attraction marketing and the algorithm and social media and things like that. So the way we can build our business is through sort of organic or paid strategies. And I would recommend doing a combination of both. But I really want to concentrate on some organic stuff, and I'll share the reasons for that in a moment. Let's just say a quick hello to those of you guys that are here. I just so appreciate you guys being here with me every day. It's just amazing. So hello, Crystal. How are you? Good to see you on. We've got High Five Mike. Both Crystal and Mike are life members of the coaching community, as is Gloria. How are you going, Gloria? Sean, lovely to see you on. I hope you're doing really well. We've got Cindy here as well, life member and a VIP. I think we've got 2 hellos from Gloria, or did I go backwards then? Hello, Tina there. Hello, Janet. Hi, Teresa. Lovely to see you here. Hi, Faye. We've got Monica as well. Olive as well. Hi, guys. Heidi, how are you? Susan, lovely to see you. Louisa, great to have you here. Patricia, good morning to you guys. Good morning to Judy and Bob. That's because I know they're in my part of the world and it's the morning. Hello, Cynthia. How you feel? A little better today? Yeah, I guess I just explained that, but it's just a weird feeling. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. That is wonderful. Wow, that is so wonderful about the funds. Amazing. And it goes to show like the mentorship community that I'm involved in, and a lot of people know who that is. Just amazing job at raising the awareness around that. Hey, Heather, great to see you here. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes over 100,000, to be honest with you. I mean, it hasn't even going for 48 hours. So there would be people that potentially haven't even seen it yet. So glad you're back tonight. Wonderful about goal reached. Absolutely. Hey, Beth. Yes, it will. Absolutely. Hey, Truth. It's good to see you here. I've got goosebumps right now. That's amazing that so many beautiful souls have done that. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that is just, $5 or $10 or $20 or $25. But you reach that out to, multitudes of people. It all adds up. So just the smallest bit can be a help to contributing to a massive amount like that. It is truly amazing, Sean. I agree. Susan's a life member and a VIP. Hello, Edith. Got here just in time. You are here. I'm still talking. Shows the community we're in. Absolutely, Sean. Thanks for all the amazing amount raised. Absolutely, Raymond. I couldn't stop thinking about them. So heartbreaking. So you can understand where I'm coming from there, Olive. I just, I'll do something and then I'll start thinking about them again. And because I'm closely involved as well, because Becky and I work together and we're trying to cover Becky's workload, and I'm taking on some of her students because obviously she's not going to be working for a while. It's, I just can't stop thinking about it. Are you too, Crystal? Edith, you can relate. That's so good for Becky and Tim. Absolutely. Sorry, where was I? Every time I woke up, I saw Becky's face. My heart breaks for them. So I think some of you are actually relating to how I'm feeling. Oh, Patricia, you're relating. I thought about them today. I didn't sleep well at all. So, okay, so there's more of you on the same page as me. Amazing, absolutely. Love the crew and all the support. Yeah, it's gut-wrenching being a parent and knowing the pain they would be going through. It is. And I think that's what I keep coming back to. Imagine if that happened to yourself, with your children. Didn't sleep well either. Adita, I can't stop thinking. Yeah, amazing crew. It's all good to be part of a queue. And I think that, when it really matters, when it really, really matters and people can support each other like they are in this situation, that's what matters, the most. Hey, Shannon, great to see you here. Appreciate all you do for us. Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate that. Tough time. I cannot imagine. Me either. Julie, hello. Good to see you here. I cried a lot last night. Yeah, I can relate to the tragic, so heartbreaking. Yeah, it's just very, very hard to fathom and hard not to think about. And that's not us. Like, people will go back to their normal lives and kind of forget about it, that are not connected to them. Yeah, but anyway, just massive prayers for Tim and Becky, and, you know, the grief that they're going to have to try to overcome moving forward. But you guys are amazing, and thank you again. Okay, so let's get back to topic in talking about organic reach and organic growth. Do you guys think that one of those is more important, you know, than the other? You know, do you have a particular thought about, oh, I should be achieving that before I'm achieving that? Like, just give me your thoughts. Do you think one of those, sorry, I'm really cold. I just realized I'm going like this. It's like I need to be in front of the fire. Do you have any thoughts about what's more important to you and your business, organic growth or organic reach? It is, you know, even talking to you, like, it's hard to concentrate and just flip topics. I'll be completely honest with you. I want to share this information with you, but it's hard to flick the switch and just sort of share that with you. Anyway, what do you think? Organic reach or organic growth? Both are equally important as one. One should come in front of the other when it comes to building your business. Like, what do you guys sort of think? Because there is a difference. You need to understand the difference. And one does really come before the other, although they are, you know, they are both very important. So, Edith, I think both are important. They absolutely are. What is the difference? A good question. That's what we're going to explain. Well, you can't grow without reaching. True. I guess it's a little bit of play on words, because it's kind of the other way around, but it depends how you perceive the words. So how you've actually written it. So it's a little, it could be a little bit confusing to answer, actually. I think they're both important. Both are important. Organic growth. Interesting. So what's the reason you think organic growth comes before organic reach? Organic reach leads IMO. You can grow organically, but if Facebook thinks it's crap, they won't show it to others. Okay. Equally important, I think. You have to grow to reach. And there you have it, guys. Okay, so that's very well summarized, Sean. You have to grow to get the reach. So a lot of people concentrate organic reach. You know, I've got a boot camp in the coaching community where I went through this a lot just recently. For those of you in the coaching community, it was the one about building your business page. It's called Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp in Unit 21. So I went through a lot of strategies on how to increase your organic reach. So, you know, having better quality content. You know, there's also a content creation bootcamp in the coaching community as well, which can help you get better reach by having better quality content. But at the end of the day, if you're not growing an audience, if you're not talking to more people, if you're not talking to new people, if you're not growing, you know, your audience in different capacities, then, you know, you're not going to get the maximum out of organic reach. But we get the reach after we've got the people there. The reach relates to the amount of people that we've actually got on our page. So we want to maximize our growth and always have new people to our page that are interacting and engaging with us. And when they're doing that, then, and we've got good quality content that we're backing it up with, then we can focus on organic reach. But we can't reach anybody if we don't have the people there. We can't maximize the reach without new people coming to our page and growing. Your reach won't grow until you actually grow your audience. So everything stems around growing your audience. And with that audience that's there, and while you're getting new people that come to you, weeding out of that audience who is a potential lead and who is not. So organic growth, we want to grow our audience, but we want to grow our business. Now, so for those of you that are doing paid advertising, you're trying to speed up the process in getting results and leads and things like that, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're growing your page or you're growing your audience. So you are reaching new people by advertising. It's putting it in front of new people. But as far as your actual page goes, it's not guaranteed that if somebody sees a Facebook ad of yours, that they have anything to do with your page, watching your page. So we always want to be growing that page. The more fans and followers that you have on your page, the more opportunity you have to grow your business. The more people that you have on an email list, the more opportunity you have to put your whatever you're offering in front of those people. So we always want to be growing. Now, some of you will be doing paid strategies to grow that, getting people on an email list so you're growing that way. But what I really want to focus on is growing the amount of people on your page, but also tapping into whoever is there. How do we know whether they're a prime prospect or not? How do we grow our business off those people by pulling out and extracting sort of our perfect prospect out of those people? Okay, so there are strategies to do that. And what I'm doing next week, those of you that are in the coaching community are already covered. You're already part of it. Those of you that do want to be part of this kind of training to grow your audience, then just click on the link above for the details of what's included with that and how you get involved. But you always want to be trying to build your audience organically to give you an opportunity to get more people to engage and interact with you. But you've got to do certain things to draw out those people. And interestingly, when we talk about organic, we do want to also draw out, well, let me ask you a question. Do you guys have a fear around doing certain things on your personal profile? Or do you think that there may be people there on your personal profile that could be a potential prospect for your business, but one, you're too scared to talk about it? Two, you don't know what to post because you don't want to offend Facebook's policies, or you're just sort of holding yourself back from that. So you know that there might be people there that could potentially be interested in your business. Some of you may know it's not your audience at all. But for some of you, if you're using strategies like Facebook friending people, or people are Facebook friending you, and you're growing your audience there, we want to sift and sort those people. Then we want to move them over to our business page and sift and sort them there and build relationships with them to build our business. So there's actually a process, a step-by-step process that I'm going to show you next week in the boot camp. And we are actually going to start on your personal profile. We are not pushing your business on your personal profile, but we're going to use some sifting and sorting strategies, strategic strategies, to see if there's anyone there that identifies themselves as being any kind of prospect. Then we're going to work through groups, then we're going to work through your page, and we're going to work through a bit of a process that you could do on an ongoing basis to continually be building your audience organically and continually drawing out those people and getting them to identify themselves as somebody that may be interested in what you have. So we might have people around us, whether you've got a business page, a personal profile, but we don't really know who is and who isn't interested in what we've got to offer. So there's actually strategies that I'm going to share with you that can sift and sort your people, get them to raise their hand in some capacity, and they may become a potential lead or a potential buyer for your business. So we're going to use these organic strategies to build your, build your growth, okay? I will warn you, anything you do organically takes a lot of work. this is where a lot of people are just not willing to do the work to do things organically, but they don't want to do paid advertising because maybe they don't have a budget for it. So it's just not, between both of those put together, that is not a good combination for organic growth. If you want to grow organically and you've got a minimal budget for advertising or no budget for advertising, even if you are advertising, you should be doing some sort of strategies to grow organically, because the bigger your audience, the bigger your business is going to be. So as you grow your online presence, some of you will be doing paid strategies on a business page, like a likes campaign or an engagement ad, those kind of things. So there are ways that you can speed up the process. So doing a combination of both is a good idea. But if you're going to try to build your business online and do it all organically, you got to work for it. You've absolutely got to work for it. So what we're going to go through next week, it does take work. You've got to be willing to take the action. And I would recommend that you take the kind of action that I'm going to share with you over and over and over again, so you learn it once, but it's something that you can implement on an ongoing on an ongoing basis. So it's going to be hopefully really powerful for you. I'm hoping that you will be able to draw out some people that identify themselves that you didn't even know that may potentially be interested in what you have to offer. So you just have to trust me in the process and join me on the journey next week with our Organic Growth Bootcamp. It's stuff that some of it will be new to you, some of it won't be, but we're going to pull it all together in a step-by-step process that you guys can follow. You always want to be growing your audience. Whichever ways that you can grow your audience, when you grow your audience, you've got more opportunity to get leads, to get sales, to grow your business online. So it's the number one thing with growing a business online. There's lots of things that you need to think about, content creation and, your branding message, and all of that needs to be taken into consideration as well. But if you're not growing your audience, then you're not growing your business. It's as simple as that. The audience has got to come first. Then when you've got the audience, we want to maximize the reach that we've got with that audience with strategies like, that I've got in unit 21, guys, which is called the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp, where we talked a lot about organic reach. What we're going to concentrate on next week is organic growth. So growing. And from the people that you're bringing to you, we are drawing out. It may be already people that are already there, but let's try and draw out, and sift and sort through those people to see if we can get more interest out of them. So, it should be pretty cool. I hope you'll like it, those in the coaching community. So if those of you that are not in our coaching community, why aren't you? It's the best place to be. Okay, so hang on. I'm just people have to trust you in order for you to reach out to them. They have to know what you're all about. Yeah, and that comes back to the branding and the content and all those other things that are important in the equation as well. Know, like, and trust. The organic growth is the foundation for organic reach. Yep, you're nailing it, Sean. Hey, Julie, how are you? Good to see you here. Yes, I have a fear about doing certain things on my profile, and that's why we're going to start there. Because the one thing, and I very much started this way, and I still am this way. I keep things quite separate. But there are opportunities that you've probably got sitting on your personal profile. We don't want to offend against Facebook policies in any way, so we've got to take that into consideration. But we can ask certain questions and we can do certain things on our personal profile to hopefully draw people out that they don't even know the strategic reason why you asked your question and things like that. So we'll talk through that sort of next week. But I do get it, Edith, fear about doing certain things on your personal profile. Yeah, understood what you meant. That's true. Afraid to step out. Sounds great. Yes, I do have a fear about doing certain things on my personal profile for business. So it's the way that you do it. And I'll just have to leave that to the training. We're not pushing your business on your personal profile. We're just sifting and sorting people's interests. So just hold that thought. I can't wait for this boot camp. Looking forward to the boot camp. We are excited. Don't want to break Facebook policies or annoy friends and family. I can't wait for the training. So we're going to cover both of those things. We're not going to offend Facebook policies, and we're not going to annoy your family and friends, but we're going to strategically put things in front of them to try to sift and sort them. Okay. Love it. Look forward to the boot camp to draw those little buggers out. They won't always respond to us, but we can use some strategies to try to achieve that. Ready to work for what works instead of spinning wheels and time for nothing. Yeah. And this is the commitment. Like, there are things that you can do to be more effective online, but they require your time. They require your commitment. They do take longer. Organic does take longer. So those that are doing likes campaigns and engagement ads and boosting Facebook Lives and getting new faces, they are paying for the privilege, and it does speed things up. But if you're going to do it all organically, you can't just sit there and wait for it to happen. You can't just sit there behind a personal profile or a business page and wait for people to find you. Social media is too noisy for that now. It may have worked even a year ago to do less, but these days we are fighting against everybody else on social media trying to do the same thing. So you have to draw people out. They're not just going to raise their hand for you. There are certain things that you need to do to draw these people out. So that comes down to your effort, focus, energy, part of your daily method of operation, all those kind of things. It just takes effort. It really annoys me when people come into this industry or building online and say it's easy. There's nothing easy about our industry. Nothing easy about our industry. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. But it takes a special kind of person to be in this industry. One, the vision for something different. But do you know the real reason why a lot of people do not succeed in this industry is because they don't really take the necessary action and steps to truly get where they need to go. Their expectation is they're going to get great results in a short amount of time frame, and when they don't, they're out. So it takes consistency. It takes a lot of action, and growing organically takes a long time unless you're a rock star, unless you look like a supermodel and you've got a huge network of friends and you've just got that kind of personality that everybody is drawn to. Those people can get away with it. They can post things up and people are just drawn to them. And then they get momentum because more people are drawn to them. There are people with certain personalities that you look at in social media that, are just an attraction magnet because of who they are. Majority of people walking the planet do not fit that. Do you fit that mold? Are you gorgeous in every single way? Do you have a massive following because everyone just loves you and just can't take enough of you? And when you open your mouth, everyone goes, I'm listening. Like, there are people out there on social media that fit that bill, and good luck to them. And so they can probably get a lot more success out of organic reach because they don't have to do much. But majority of us are not like that, so we have to work hard for it. So it's really it's a catch to compare to those kind of people, because it's not apples for apples. That's apples for oranges, because it's not an equal footing. Does that make sense, guys? So if that's not you, if that's not what your world, we have to work for it. Most people aren't willing to stick at it. And some of the things that I'll go through in the training, you're like, oh, do I really have to do that? That's annoying and time consuming. But there is benefit for it if you stick at it. Okay, definitely not easy. Yes, Sean, they give up before they start. I so do not fit that mold. Don't you, Julie? I wish. I'm sure a lot of people wish. Nope, don't fit that mold. Sean, I'm gorgeous in my own way. Not a huge following it. You're all gorgeous in your own way. Absolutely. But I am going to take you through a process, starting with the personal profile. We're going to look into groups. We're going to then move on to the business page. Then we're going to, connect and engage more. So it is a bit of a process. But once you learn it, it's something that you guys could take away and, you know, just implement on an ongoing basis and get that consistency. Okay. So look forward to that next week. Those of you in the coaching community, those of you that are not in the coaching community, come and join the fun and all the training I've got over there. Massive warning regarding my coaching community. I'm this close to launching my new web-based login. It's been a lot longer process than I thought it would be. We're tweaking some final bits at the moment, but when that is launched, anybody that joins my coaching community from that point onwards, you will not be able to access all my previous boot camps, which you can now when you get into my coaching community. There's so many boot camp, and I know that can be overwhelming. People get in there and they go, I don't know where to start. There's branding, there's Facebook advertising, there's bots, there's groups, there's content, there's networking, there's prospecting, there's lead magnets, there's email marketing. Like there's a lot of training in there. But if you join the coaching community now, or you guys that are in there now, you will always have access to that. Once I launch my new web-based login, you will only get the bootcamp for that month, not everything behind. So if you were ever considering joining my coaching community, you'd want to get in before I change to the web-based platform. Those of you that are already in, you're already covered unless you leave. Oh, look at that. You are very handsome, my dear brother. Can't wait for the bootcamp. Very handsome. Look at all these compliments coming to you, Sean. Can't wait for the training next week. Thank you very much, Helen. Always so much value. I always learn so much for you. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate that. Hey, Evelyn. Good to see you on. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Those of you in group 15 of my branding course, we are going live in 30 minutes to talk more about your branding. Group 16 commences, I don't know, it's on my website. I've got new dates for group 16. What is it, 15th of May? It's early June. So if you just go to helenmartinonline.com and click on the graphic for the branding course, that's when that starts next for group 16. So that's where we really drill down on your branding message, which is really important when you're growing your audience so people know what you do and what you're talking about. So it's not just about growing the audience, it's branding, it's content creation, it's all the rest of it that makes a successful formula in social media. So it all interlocks like that. I mean, you could grow your audience tenfold, but if you've got a confusing branding message, it's not going to help you get people engage or interact because they don't know what you're on about. They don't know what problem they're there to solve. So we can grow our audience, but if our branding's not on point, then that could be an issue. Now, you might have the audience and have your branding, but if your content's crap, they're not going to stick around anyway. So there are a number of things that you really need to concentrate on. But for next week, we're going to concentrate on organic growth. Okay. So, oh, Sean, you're a legend. There's my website. If any of you want to look at the next branding course, which would be group 16. Thank you, Helen. Love you so much. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. Hello, Julie. So do you have this effect on people, Julie? You've jumped on and I'm about to jump off. I'm only messing with you, Julie. Good to see you on. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate your comment. So I will be live tomorrow at the normal time. Those of you in my branding course, I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Again, heartfelt thanks to everybody that's contributed to Tim and Becky Graff, you know, their ordeal that they are dealing with at the moment, and all your prayers, you know, for them. I know they truly, truly appreciate it. I got a message back from Becky this morning, and you know, she's just so grateful for everything that's sort of happening and the support for them. So thanks, guys. All right, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you guys same time tomorrow. Bye.